Hi, I'm Steve Diggs. Welcome back to Insights. Lots of content at the speed of light. In today's lightning round, I want to share a concept that I refer to as the concept of alternative success. Here's the way most of us do it. I certainly have. A lot of us spend much of our lives trying to succeed by kicking down doors, proving that we can do things that we want to do even though we may not have the natural talents. True success, on the other hand, only really comes when we begin to understand that we have got to play to our own God-given natural bents, the things that we do best, the things that we can do most effectively. Let me share with you my sort of story of alternative success. This was my first experience. It goes back to the 1970s. Back in those days, I was determined to get into show business. Never mind the fact that none of my friends agreed with that. I was determined to get into show business. So I went out and I did all the show business things. I had a radio show and I sang on stage. I actually recorded a little record on a small label. I got to hang out with some pretty cool people like Elvis. And also in those same days, I ended up signing contract with one of the largest record labels in the nation. But there was a little problem. The truth of the matter is, I can't sing. I never have been able to sing. Listen, folks, my voice has been known to kill small animals. When I start singing, they start collecting money for the cure. I can't sing. But there I was, determined to try. And in reality, my singing career never really went very far. I didn't have a lot of success. My records didn't sell. There's a little lady up in Des Moines that dropped one in the store and broke it. They made her pay for it. But my records really just didn't sell. Success really only happened when I began to play to my natural bents. This is what I call my story to the other side of the glass. As I've already told you, my goal was to be a singer, but that wasn't the plan. Here in Nashville, we have recording studios literally on about every corner. And there's really not much to a recording studio. It's really just two big rooms with a glass wall in between. Over here on this side, this is where the singers, the musicians are. That's where I wanted to be. Over here on this side, this is where the recording console is. The engineer, the recording producer sit on this side. I wanted to be on this side. But it wasn't until I finally stopped pushing, kicking down doors, trying to make it on this side, that I allowed my natural bents to come into play. And because of the course of events in those days, I had some opportunities to begin producing some recordings. And I found myself being lifted up from this side of the glass and put over on this side of the glass. That was the beginning of an incredible career. We built a business based on recording jingles that later grew into a major advertising agency, music publisher. We had our own record label. We won a lot of awards and had a great time doing it. Back in those days, by the way, after I began producing, this is sort of a side story, this is the fellow that I used to hire to be my engineer. This is the man who helped me with a lot of those early recording sessions. His name, and some of you may actually recognize him, his name is Scotty Moore. Scotty was actually, before he became a recording engineer in Nashville, he was actually Elvis Presley's first guitarist and band leader. Some years after this all occurred and after I'd finally made my transition over to this other side of the glass, Scotty sent me this photograph, and it still hangs on my office wall at home. I love it. And again, you can probably recognize some of these people. Of course, this is Elvis on the far right, and then Bill Black, the bass player. That's Scotty in the middle, and that's DJ Fontana, who was the drummer in Elvis's first band. Scotty sent me this photograph. I love the inscription. He said, "Steve, I worked with you, and I worked with Elvis. I'm glad that one of you made it." I know what Scotty was doing. He was trying to pull my leg and have some fun with me. But I really do feel like I made it. Not on this side of the glass, but because I was willing to go to the other side. Think about it. This might have some real impact in your life. I'm Steve Diggs. This has been Insights. Lots of content at the speed of light. I'll see you next time.